So my name is Peter. I am the head of a business that's very interesting. And I work for a very interesting company that we are going to introduce today. Before I do so, the doctor was talking about really interesting things. And I think perhaps it's the utmost result of an IT system. He was saying things about data and what we can get
So
out
I
of
want
data.
to open it up.
And I think if we can, just so we can get something out of this session together, I just want to simulate something so we can refer to it as we go. So imagine we're in a university.
We need people,
And-
if we're giving the,
Sorry? We're good to go? No problem. All right, so imagine you collect some of our information, limited ones, name, email, mobile phone, and imagine you just use an Excel sheet to do this. But then, and what he was saying about, if I can analyze this report, there are probably few things I can do with it. But today, the digital transformation and the journey to cloud and all of that is something that goes from basic things, but develop to bigger things. What we're talking about here is collecting more data, more information about you, about your background, about events in Dubai, about the venue, about the speakers, merging this together and then getting something out of it. For example, like trying to understand if this is the right time to do such event, or try to predict if you are going to come next time. That's data science and data analytics. And if I want to reach up there, I need an infrastructure. Where will I put my data? On the cloud? On my PCs? Which system I want to use to do this? How can I accomplish this? Should I just download a tool, or do I need to develop my own tools? Do I need a disaster recovery? Can I calculate if this is gonna give me more return on investment? Lots of questions. We're gonna continue the simulation, but let me first tell you that in Kyndryl, and I'm gonna introduce Kyndryl now, we help you define these things in your journey to cloud or in your digital transformation journey. We are skilled professionals that can talk to you, advise, and then help you implement and build and grow. So this is Kyndryl, 90,000 employee, a big spin-off. You can take a second to read. It's a very big company, trusted customers all around the world, lots of branches, 30 years plus in IT, largest infrastructure implementation, so on and so forth. But let's watch this and then have a good look about Kyndryl.
The world has never been more alive with opportunities and the potential for progress. We believe that this progress will drive businesses to transform more in the next 10 years than in the 100 that came before it, moving the world forward at an unprecedented rate. We sit at the core, powering this progress, enabling growth, fueling, inspiring, innovating. We are Kyndryl. We design, build, manage, and modernize the mission-critical technology systems that the world depends on every day. Working with our customers, we imagine things differently. By forging new strategic partnerships, we unlock new possibilities, creating a world powered by digital systems, alive with opportunity, robust in their potential. Nearly 90,000 strong and growing, we are curious, open, adaptive, always restless, anticipating what's next, what's possible. We are devoted to our customers and committed to their success. In every corner of the world, Side by side, day to day, we help the world's biggest companies realize big ambitions and discover new ones. Together, we create healthy digital ecosystems that are oxygen to innovation and energy to change the world. We are Kyndryl, and we are the heart of progress.
So thank you. Kyndryl, what does it mean? You can see here how we came up with this very nice name. It's about the people and it's about the growth. So what we do, and referring back to some of the colleagues, some spoke about security, some spoke about data, but we should always keep in mind that the outcome is the most important. Why do we need the IT? The IT is something that enables the business. So we don't digitize or we don't take projects just to take these projects. We just don't follow the trend. We need to understand the challenges and the requirements of the business, what the CEO wants, where the company wants to reach, and then we build and craft the IT system based on this. So by implementing these systems, you need to reach to either cost cutting or cost optimization, and then value creation for the organization. You can see here some facts, and I want to highlight here one thing is that cost cutting or cost optimization are a little bit different. So prioritizing the projects or the digitization or which IT projects to follow is key, because you need what gives you the ROI. You need what enables your employees, what helps your customers. We hear lots of buzzwords, I understand, in the market today, in the marketing, but we need to think and refer back to the example about our university that we're trying to create. Imagine in COVID, people couldn't attend their classes. How much this university was ready, how much the CIO had planned to cover. Later on, they created some systems where, students can catch up, can have some sessions, but then more of this came on different demand: speed, availability, disaster recovery, and then the systems are moving really, really with speed forward. So you need the cloud adoption, not necessarily at 100%. Maybe you want to keep some systems in your data center, some on the cloud, but you need to also be able to modernize your system, and you need to be able to have a real operating model that helps your employees accomplish what you want to do, whether they are able to reach your office or not. That was just a case of COVID, but of course, many different circumstances will give us different situation that we need to be in. So if you have these customized applications in your system and you want to move it to the cloud, you have many concerns. Will it be able to work on a different system? Will I be able to continue to moderate or to develop these systems to fit, again, in the business that I'm trying to accomplish? Will I be able to own my data? Will I be able to perform analytics to my data? Will I be able to get something out of my data? All of these are the questions that you have to keep in mind where you are building these systems. Let's look at some of the knowledge areas and pieces inside these systems today. Your students, your clients are expecting a very high experience, and they want to see things in an easy way. They want to be able to use things in an easy way. Emerging business models. Just a few minutes ago, we said we might not want to connect data to one core. We might be able to connect data and application to vendors, to our ecosystem, and we need to have the ability to do so. Cost, you always hear about cost nowadays, cost cutting, but you also need to spend, but with efficiency. Growth, integration, real-time insights. And for this, in Kyndryl, we have different practices. Of course, we bring them all together, but these practices are spread between the cloud, the way the enterprise, cloud, digital workplace, application data, security, network, and edge. We bring this all together in order to be able to complete a process or complete a project that will give us this ROI. You can see that. All right. Drive passion, you can see some factual data in the market today. 65% of the global GDP will be digitized in 2022. And by digitized here, we all know, we take bits and pieces of what we really need to grow and what gives us the ROI and what gives us the results that our companies are expected. Half of the companies started their journey. Third of CEO increased security investment by double digits. You are all aware of the news. You can see the hacking. Our colleague just a few hours ago spoke about security. That's very key. And I want to highlight here the focus on the skills. And I want to go back to the name of the company. So skills is what makes the difference. For us, we are technology agnostic. We don't have specific products. So when we come in, we try to find what is best for you as a standard in the market, but we let you choose with us where you want to go. So for you to be able to do this, you need people that have been in the market, have been studying the market, have been skilled, trained to be able to perform. I'll take a minute. So how can we bring all these skills and knowledge areas together? So for example, the main question would be, how do I start? That's the most important, how do I start? I think today, when you want to start anything, you probably want to research it a little bit. So if a company wants to make projects, if they want to digitize an area of their business, the first thing they want to do is consult. They want to check how the market is doing it, how the competition is doing it, how others are doing it, what's available in the market. And to be able to get all this knowledge and all this important tips, you start with advisory and implementation services. This is where our team will visit and start to discuss with you the vision, what's available in the market, and how we are going to craft things. So this is where the assessment and the vision is all built up. Sorry. And then, once you have a vision, you have an assessment, you can see the future, we start to design it. So you move to the design phase, and you start to see it in an architectural way on how you're going to proceed. Then comes the implementation. And therefore, you can see here the spread is about knowing what you are going to do, using your money wisely, skills to connect these systems in a way that accommodates for any future projects or any future requirements of the business. This little diagram here can show you that it all starts with, again, the advisory, where we envision these solutions for you, and our asset is years in the making, digital strategy experience, components for the model, and we have a standard architecture to follow. And then we can go through accelerating this by implementing this, helping you implement this. And of course, in Kyndryl, we can help you manage. So for example, we can take over a huge IT department from a bank, and then manage this on their behalf in an outsourcing model. So it's a scope from A to Z, really, covering all the requirements of the company. Here you can see some of our best and biggest clients. These are storytelling clients that have used our professional services. And you can see some of them and in where they were able to focus with us and where we were able to help them and create value to their enterprise. With this, and to close really, we want to start from the beginning. We want to think, we want to envision, we need to have the outcome clear, and then we can help start from the beginning to consult, design, and build the future systems that we are all need in order to have the right insights and the right projects in place. Thank you so much for your attention and for your time. Appreciate it.